afternoon everyone, welcome back to JMC Creates. My name is Jackie McKissick and today I'm going to make a version of this card. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to use this time. It's a slimline card, so my card base is 8 by 8 1/4, scored at 4 along the 8-inch side. Okay. So that was a tattered lace border that I had lying around, but I had this sitting on my desk from my last card, and I took this here, these two dies here, and I cut them into a piece of card that is 8 inches tall by whatever size width you need. I didn't use, because you don't need it the full size is 4, but 3.5, that's actually too tall compared to that, so I'm going to have to trim that down again. So these are all, why is that? Hold on a minute, where's my card base? Before I go doing anything, yes. So I need to trim these down. Instead of being 8, they could be 8 tall actually, and take it right to the top. Can we do that this time? No, I'm going to take it down a bit because it's easier to play with. So I ran that through my new Gemini 2. I ran it through 3 times and got a border. So that was the biggest shock of Christmas Day. Was all the presents were nearly done, and I was really happy with what I had received. And David runs up, David sits there and he says, he says, I think there's one missing. And he says, wait, I go and check the car. And he came in with this box and he reaches it to me, and I thought when he came in with it, it was for TJ, like Christmas is about TJ in this house. And he reached it to me and I says, what? I says, oh my God, what's that? And I opened it up and it was a Gemini 2, and I could not speak. I was dumbfounded that this man had actually remembered that I'd asked for a Gemini 2. He is so amazing. So him and Jade bought it between them. So I was over the moon. Anyway, back to card making and not my happy place. Card making is my happy place, but that was an even happier place. So instead of 8, we're going down to 7 3/4. 7 3/4. No, that's too wee. Why is that too tall? What is that? It's 8 1/4, that's why. It's 8 1/4, so we need to go down to 8. That was why. See, it pays to measure half a dozen times and cut once. There we go. Right, so this piece is 2.5. Now this is just another strip of the background, one of the backgrounds that I had sitting there, and I cut the strip off it. And it has to be the same, it has to be 8. 8. 2 1/4 by 8, and that's what it is. So it should fit perfectly on the middle of that, like that. Okay. We'll cut that other bit in a minute. What we want to do is take our die. I find that little die in my stash, this little die here. Okay, and I simply placed it. Actually, I placed it down a bit. I'm going to put the first one on there, and I'm going to stick it down with a piece of tape, and I'm going to run that through my machine. Okay. And then I'm going to do it 3 times, and it's so quiet compared to the last one. You can hear it, yes, but it doesn't take as much room as my Big Shot did on my desk. Oops, just be careful. Right. Not much we can do about that, but get some green ink and go over it in a minute. Plop out all these little bits, and I'm going to then just place it on the bottom, then on the centre bit between them. Okay, so this time it'll go on down here, and I don't want it, so I will come back when it's done. Okay, so we have done our die cutting. Right, and the next thing you do is you stick it on to your gold bit. So you do. Now, I messed up my tape runner, so I am not wasting it, so I'm still using it just as best I can with my fingers. And one more at the top, I think. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the other bits, and just centre that. As best you can. Like that. Okay. Give it a good firm press, and then there's a slight little excess at the top, which you're just going to remove with your scissors, and that is that panel. Okay, so then that is going on there like that, but we need to cut that too, but I want it centered along this bit, so I need to cut it to roughly actually about there. I need to take a bit off at the top and a bit off at the bottom. Okay, and that should work. Like that. Now you just cross your fingers. And I've gotten a few marks on this bit here, but they don't matter because I'm covering them up with this. Okay, I still need another little bit off. A smidge, I need a smidge off, but I'm going to glue it down first before I take a smidge off. And I'm going to use my collal because once it is dry, it is dry. And I'm just putting a few bits on in between the pattern, just to make sure we're all stuck together and our pants aren't going to fall off on us. Okay. And take the tiniest little smidge off the top of that. Should I use my scissors? We managed it. Right, and then that is that bit done. So that's basically your front done. Now you had these three little ones cut out from in there, so you're going to keep them for the inside. This is going to go on here like this. Okay, let's get some glue in that, or should I wait? Nope, I'm going to be brave, I'm going to go for it. Okay, and decide where we're going along there. Okay, right, now sentiment, we need a sentiment. I found this one and I thought it might work. I put that one up there because it was so big, but I don't think that works up there. I think that one's too tiny. So, do we have anything else that would work with this? Especially for you. Like that, that would work. There's the tiniest little bit of glue on that there. I wonder, can I just go over this with this green and see how that works? See, we're just winging it. This is how cards are made. You wing it. You sit down and you get something out and you think, right, that'll do. What can I do with that? Whereas my next card, I found a piece of red background paper. It was just a scrap and it had some nice mica and red and all on it, and I cut a heart out of it, and I'm going to turn that into a card somehow. So it's just about getting out some stuff and saying, what can I do with this? Right, is there a darker one? I wonder, could I? I'm just going to go along the top and make it darker. And along the bottom. A card is not finished until you've put it in the envelope. So there's that. Right, a bit of glue. Okay, that's pretty, we like that, that can go away, but I did have these other three hearts left over, so I have decided that in 2024 I am going to try and finish my cards on the inside too. So this is what I did. Right, so oops, wrong one. So we're going to take our glue and we're simply going to glue our hearts on down the left hand side, or you could do it on the right hand side. It's whatever looks more pleasing to your eye. Remember, it's what you like, what you think works. When you're starting out card making, make what you like and then evolve into other things. Right? So then, there was these two stamp sets, and what did I use? I didn't use any of them, did I? I did. I know I did. I cut them apart, that's what I did. So, I took my stamp positioner and I've got a grip mat in it from waffle flour, and I just did that. And I took the scent with, cut it off, but that scent with is all you need, was all stuck together, and this Love You was all stuck together. So I just took the scent with love okay. Now I need some green ink. We'll use this Call Me Clover. And I stamped that. A couple of times. And that is the inside of my card. Finito. Oops. Let's just move that. Thankfully TJ's away to play with one of his friends, so I have room to be messy. So the last thing I want to do then is add gems. It's not finished. Now that sentiment there, I cut it out 3 times. No, I cut it out twice, and I embossed it in gold embossing powder twice. So I did. Right. What were them big green ones? Could I use them big green ones? Sure, why not? It's a big card. It can handle it. Use what you have. Red, orange, yellow, green. I need a gold. Red, orange, yellow, green. I need a gold. Where's my picker-upper thingy-jigger? So I'm putting a gold on there and a gold on there. Right, any more? Oops, something just fell on the floor. These are not cut apart. So, oops. Let's cut them apart. Where did that one go? So that one is going on there. This one is going on there. There you go. My 2 cards sent with love for the Valentine themes. So thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated as always. You are what keeps me going. I hope you're all safe and well. I hope you liked it. Remember to thumbs up, etc. And until the next time, Jack out.